Hi. So I took a bit of the break, unfortunately, from all the training. There was some muscles. Wasn't able to move very well. So I'm planning to get back to training, and as somebody who's recovering, let's put it this way, I think it would be kind of interesting maybe if you follow my path as well. I'm by no means in excellent shape right now, but I hope I'll get there soon. So thank you for watching. Let's start. So as my joints are stiff, I start by usual rotations. So I need to get joints back in a situation where I can actually use them well, right? That's rotations this way, rotations this way. If you feel fancy, you can do that. Pushes, and you have both hands just pushing in. So isometric, kind of build out isometric pushes in and out. Let's build up some strength as well. This way. Exhale when you're doing this, and try to keep your spine straight, right? So you do this, do this. And you clasp your hands together and try to pull them apart. Can't see it. This way. This way, just try to pull as hard as you can. It will start warming up. So now we're proceeding with the elbows. Same way, the different rotations. If you're having an injury of any sort, basically, you want to be cognizant when you do in this case, because it will aggravate a little bit. So make sure that you kind of, you're pushing yourself but not overly hard. If you have limited ability to move, what you want to do is to do in flowy kind of exercises like this, because it will start it doesn't overextend, it doesn't overwork, you just can control how far it goes. You can start doing this. So as you work this, you want to work this, and of course you want to do the usual, this gaze, just to kind of keep yourself wiggly and bendy. And you have to make sure that when you do this, you're held by the kind of invisible thread through the top, right? And then you want to warm up your legs. I can't see. And do this. So once you're warmed up, and joints are kind of done. So there is the breathing exercises. Each one of us right now is stressed. Well, over the past year everybody's been stressed, so the breathing exercises are a good way to calm yourself and center yourself, kind of. So we can call it Shogun if you like. It is kind of sort of variation of it. So inhale and exhale. As you do that, you want to ground yourself. The legs should not be straight. Just this. when you're doing this, your hands, your shoulders are basically fixed, and the hands are the ones that flow. You can imagine that they are going up and down on the waves of the water. Right? You're standing there in the water and kind of up and down. Inhale, exhale. And as you do that a few times, you will notice that you're kind of grounded and centered, and hopefully it will make a little bit better. So, our old friend Boken, it's like riding a bicycle. If you've done it once, you kind of remember how to hold it, but just in case, one hand, in my case left one, in your case might the right one. I generally do the left hand stanzas, but being ambidextrous I can do either one. Your hands always hold it, the last finger under the thing, and then you just kind of get yourself to feel with it. Right. And then we do the usual cats. Starting up. Notice that I do 4 directions, so there is the reason for that. I'm allowing myself to do the flowy rotations around myself and practicing all the blocks on the sides as well. You can do pretty much 3 sides without moving legs much, but in order to go back, you will have to move your feet a little bit. And the feet for these guys are very easy. Basically the shoulder length, shoulder width, however you like to call it, stance, just grounded like we done for this. Same deal. So here's the reason why I started to talk about these guys. If you ever notice, in good flow, when you do this, you kind of flowing up and down, right? And it's a very similar process you can involve here if you don't do the full circles, right? You can think about it like this: the wavy kind of movements. And the other thing, remember about shoulders? The same deal. As soon as you start putting in great many movements with the shoulders when you're doing strokes, there are a few things happen. You're overcompensating and you're making yourself tired more. These joints should never be stiff or over stiffened or over, well, basically over radio. It's almost like, you know, the Karate Kid, right? Paint the wall. But yes, it's actually very close movements. So, actually feeling surprisingly better. So the other movement that we can, that you can include into this is this. Right. And this is the stroke of the tail of the pheasant or any other. Right. The other way to think about it is that you're dragging the needle from something. So here's why it's important. It's because it's actually also the movement that you do with the sword as an attack. Right, these are your diagonal strokes from under. The only difference is that diagonal strokes, if you go full Monchi, right, you will extend the arms through. If you do not full Monchi, you cannot do this. And they are both slightly different movements. It is why, if you open this end, your attack zone is just you're not protected. So, but you do those to attract. I couldn't talk today. To attract the attack. If you do this, you still kind of all guarded in. So be always cognizant of what you want to achieve. If you go in a stance, or if you're simply just doing this, because each one you can combine with different following diagonal stroke downwards, and they are all slightly different. But anyway, I was talking about the recovery and I suddenly going into the whole details. So the further joint kind of operations that you might want to do if you're recovering from any kind of joint pain or surgeries and stuff are I showed them in the previous videos, the kind of rotation of the ball movements, right? Because it will allow you to go for the motions like this. So let's show it with the. Okay. So if you go with the rotation like this, you're always trying to kind of keep it in and do this. And the more you include your body into it, the more it helps to heal and strengthen the core, because you end up doing the entire set of the rotary motions and engage all the muscles from arms to the sides to the shoulders and all this other stuff. And you can do it with the chest drop, you can do it with the glass of water, you can do it with 2 cups like I did. And I think I will wrap up for today with the recording. I might continue training a little bit later, but thank you for watching.